Ever wondered how to tackle repetitive tasks in programming, like printing numbers from 1 to 10, or iterating over an array? In JavaScript, a for loop provides a compact and efficient solution to these problems. A for loop is a control flow statement, which allows code to be executed repeatedly. It has three main components: the initialization, the condition, and the final expression. Output. Let's start with the initialization. This is where we set up our loop variable, typically a counter. It's the starting point of our loop. For instance, consider for var I equals sign 0. Here we're declaring a variable I and setting it to 0. This only happens once when the loop starts. Next, we have the condition. This determines whether the loop should continue or stop. It's essentially a true or false statement. If the condition is true, the loop continues. If it's false, the loop ends. In the example for var I equals sign 0, I and lit 10, the condition is I and lit 10. This means the loop will continue as long as I is less than 10. Then comes the final expression, which updates the loop variable after each iteration. In the example for var I equals sign 0, I and lit 10, I++ all I++ is the final expression. It increments the value of I by 1 after each loop iteration. Inside the loop, we place the code that we want to repeat. This could be anything from a simple console log statement to a complex series of operations. The loop will execute this code for each iteration until the condition becomes false. To summarize, a for loop in JavaScript is a powerful tool for handling repetitive tasks. It starts with an initialization, where we set up our loop variable. Then it checks a condition to decide whether to continue or stop the loop. After each loop iteration, the final expression updates the loop variable. The loop then executes a block of code for each iteration, providing a compact and efficient way to handle repetitive tasks in programming. Remember, while for loops are incredibly useful, they should be used wisely. Infinite loops, where the condition never becomes false, can cause programs to crash. So always ensure your loops have a clear exit condition. With for loops, you can streamline your code, making it more readable and efficient. Understanding how they work is a fundamental part of mastering JavaScript and programming in general. So, practice creating and using for loops, and watch your programming skills level up.